We are live this morning from the Ritz Museum and Theater. And last hour, we looked at the history of J.P. Small Memorial Stadium and the role that it has played in Jacksonville's history. It sits in Durkeeville in a predominantly black community.
Stadium saw the dawn of a new era with the Negro Leagues opening the door to blacks playing in Major League Baseball. Now, sports, like every element of society, has been political, particularly sports in America. It's been inseparable from race relations and the push for equality. So from that look back, let's see how far baseball has taken us and see how it, still today, proves to be a battleground for racial justice. When you look at the historic mementos in the museum tucked neatly beneath the stands of this stadium, when you sit in the stands and reflect on the history here, you can't help but wonder how far this community's come on the issue of racial equality or the question how far we have yet to travel. When you look at the history of race relations in Jacksonville, and you go from the establishment of the Negro Leagues, when the teams played here, to 1953 when Hank Aaron was here, and the team was integrated, and there were 3 Negro baseball players, because that's what they were called back then.
Yeah.
And you come to today. To use a baseball metaphor, you can't say we've hit a home run.
Well, we haven't made it to the outfield yet. We have not made it to the outfield yet. We have a long way to go. But at least the fact that we are looking in that direction makes a difference.
I look out on the field, and I can see back in time. I can smell the turf, and I can hear the sounds of baseball. And I can feel the black culture, the baseball culture, the Jacksonville culture. But I feel like it's the culture for all of us that we have to embrace.
We do need to embrace all cultures, not just one. Unfortunately, we still, like I said earlier, we have a ways to go. But hopefully it won't take forever to get there.
How do we make people understand that?
That I don't understand. I don't know. If I had that answer, I would be passing it out daily.
Can we use the great American pastime to do that?
Yes, it can be. It can be. It can be used. But I think all athletic organizations and groups should help push it through, not just baseball. Let's not put that on baseball's shoulder.
But baseball opened the door.
Oh, yeah, it opened the door. But like I said, let's not put it all on baseball's shoulder.
Mr. Washington and I talked about something else that provides an interesting challenge these days. You have to look at the statistics and look at the racial makeup of the Major League Baseball teams these days.
Yeah, the number of blacks playing ball these days declined dramatically. In the 80s, the percentage of African-American players was at 20%. Today, though, it's only about 7%.
Yeah, and culturally and economically, Mr. Washington says baseball can make a difference. And that's why it's important that kids understand baseball's history. Ironically, it was comedian Chris Black who said, if you lose Black America, you lose young America.
Yeah, and that's Chris Rock, who is just really phenomenal and very outspoken, especially when it comes to African Americans. That's why it's important that young people and young kids learn about baseball, remember baseball history, and then also take to the field. It is a field of dreams in so many ways for Black America. It always has been.